Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Carter to make his choice. Meanwhile, Daphne continues to keep secrets. What Carter decides about the claim. The council made a delicate decision by destroying the preemption papers. Still, the COO allowed. He'd successfully made a deal with Ridge and Eric. Carter knew Hope wouldn't take this change well, but allowed. Guarding her line would help smooth effects over. While Hope knows she can't stop what's formerly happened, she's easily rankled with her Swain's decision. Now Carter has his original positions back, but Hope's line is gone. Steffi told the susurrus that he has to choose. It's either Hope or them, but he can't have both. Now Carter's guilt was so violent that there's no way he could continue going on with the way effects were. Carter wishes that Hope would at least understand his perspective. Rather, Hope only cares about how this is going to affect her long-term pretensions. Hope has formerly lost a lot of effects and people in her life. Now she's lost her fashion line as well, and presumably her Swain too. In an exercise clip, Brook blows up at Hope over her lack of responsibility. Brook also informs her son that she has zero empathy for her situation. With Brook fed up, Hope will probably go running to Deacon next. Over with Daphne, she gets an update from Steffi. The two women agree that Carter can no way know she was actually a factory. Not only that, but Daphne's charge was to divide harder. Still, he might misdoubt her passions were real, if Carter finds out the verity. It seems that Daphne no way intended to actually fall for Carter, but that's what has happened. So, with Hope out at Forrester Creations, will Carter stay? Will Carter and Daphne get near, and if so, what does it mean for Hope's future? Hope might be ready to leave Brook's property before. As pressures rise in the mama-son contest, will Hope decide to abandon the cabin? Many times agone. She defended her son when Ridge claimed that she vacate the domain following Cleric return to city. This significantly contributed to the unraveling of Ridge and Brook's relationship, as he believed she should oppose her son. While Brook doesn't wish for Hope to lose her job or see her line discontinued, her compassion will be limited. Brook's lack of sympathy stems from Hope's turndown to admit her part in the fermentation at Forrester. Indeed, when Hope's relationship with Carter crumbles, Brook wouldn't give the comfort or consolation Hope seeks. Rather, observers can anticipate Brook to deliver some tough love, which will only serve to frustrate Hope further. Hope is likely to be shocked when it appears that Brook is aligning herself with Steffi and the Forrester family rather of supporting her own son. Although Hope expects Brook to stand by her side, she'll find herself lacking the backing she desires. With a significant battle on the horizon between Brook and Hope, could this situation lead to a shift in Hope's living situation? Indeed, at this point, Brook might vacillate to evict Hope, as it would also mean displacing Beth. On the other hand, Hope may make the decision on her own. Hope might decide it's time to pack up Beth and dislocate. Feeling deeply betrayed, it's easy to picture her declaring that she can no longer stay on Brook's property given the situation. Still, it could clear the way for Brook to reconnect with Ridge, if Hope does choose to move. With Brook no longer in charge and Hope conceivably living away, could this lead Ridge to consider getting back together with his partner? Although Ridge is presently with Taylor Hayes, we know his passions can change snappily. He might be tempted to return to Brook and renew their relationship. Still, it could shift the dynamics, especially if Hope moves out as Ridge has always wanted. Forthcoming spoilers suggest that Hope will need to make some changes, if Brook turns against Hope. There are 3 reasons why Poppy could be in deadly peril. A disturbing plot may be in the workshop, so let's consider why major trouble could be headed Poppy's way. Although Luna tried to seek a fresh launch with her mama, Poppy washed her hands of Luna rather. Since Poppy went as far as shoving Luna and disowning her, she may have just provoked Luna's wrath. Poppy claimed no bone. Would accept Luna, but Luna just proved her wrong by reaching out to Sheila and forming a grandma-granddaughter connection. Sheila may not be the stylish influence on Luna, so that's important to keep in mind. Will Luna eventually go after Poppy and wipe her off the chart? It's a possibility to consider since Luna's minatory side clearly isn't gone for good. Still, Sheila clearly could be, if Luna isn't responsible for Poppy's grim fate. Sheila may want vengeance, incompletely for Poppy taking advantage of Finn when he was youngish and incompletely for how she's treated Luna. Poppy's cadaver could turn up sooner or laterly, and if it does, Sheila will surely be on the suspect list. Sheila and Poppy may be on the verge of a serious contest that can only end in disaster. Of course, we see Aunt forget about Lee and the trouble she poses to Poppy moreover. Grounded on the way Lee choked Poppy in her office, we could imagine their feud taking a fatal turn if Lee lost control coming time around. Lee could be another suspect if BMB decides to protest off a whodunit in the coming months. Summer could be the perfect time for a story like that, so we'll see if Poppy's departed body might be set up and set the stage for a riddle. Some grim Poppy prognostications are formally being bandied on social media, so stay tuned for updates on whether Poppy will survive all the peril ahead. Cleric step up as a fierce pop bearer. Let's look at what Canon had to say now that Hope's life is falling piecemeal. On social media, there's surely been a mixed response to Steffi going against Carter's deal and remonstrating Hope to the check. Hope merited it while others feel like Steffi's being illegal. No matter which camp you're in, there's no denying that Hope's facing a low point right now. Since Carter doesn't feel willing to walk down from Forrester Creations, that may be a deal swell in their relationship. Hope's going to feel each alone. Formerly she presumably splits from Carter, especially since Brook will lash out at her, too. After one addict spoke out on X, formerly known as Twitter, about Hope having no bone to lean on, Sean Cannon piped up with a hint about what's ahead. Cleric hasn't been veritably present in Hope's life recently, but that'll change once he realizes how important pain she's in. Dad to the deliverance, Cannon promised in a new post. That clearly makes it sound like Deacon's defensive pop bear side will come out and do whatever he can to help Hope. Of course, Deacon will serve as a confidant for Hope and give her Vim addresses along the way. It's also easy to imagine Cleric defying Steffi over her decision to cut Hope's line and fire her. Cleric may launch a battle with Brook as well for not giving their son the support she needs. Brook will suppose Hope should be held responsible for some of her bad jest recently, but Deacon may feel like she's being too harsh. Cleric might indeed suspect Brook is taking this station with Hope as part of a plan to win back Ridge. Still, effects could get tense with Brook in the coming occurrences, if Deacon throws allegations around. Anyhow, Sean Cannon just made a vaticination about Deacon being Hope's idol, so we'll see if he can help her fix her disastrous life. Cleric will get updates on plenitude of awful Hope news and reply consequently. Still, it's that they're the mortal personification of the expression "it's complicated," if there's one thing we know about Bill and Katie. 1 nanosecond, they're soulmates, fated to belt amalgamations on a yacht together ever. The coming, Bill is off rambling with Katie's family, Brook, while Katie plots how to change the cinches on the manse. But now, formerly again, they're both single at the same time. Could this be the moment for Bold and the Beautiful to reunite the former super couple? Or is Katie more off downloading a courting app and swiping left on Bill's capers formerly and for all? Let's not sugarcoat it, Dollar Bill has made some questionable opinions. He didn't just cheat on Katie. No, that would be too simple. He made a whole side career out of playing musical chairpersons between Katie and Brook. And just when you allowed his judgment couldn't get worse, he invited Luna into his home and gave her sanctuary while he was under house arrest. Because, of course, nothing says reformed man like hiding down someone who has a murder conviction hanging over their head. Oh, and as if that's not bad enough, he arranged for her to be pardoned? Bill, where's your head at? So, is Katie supposed to ignore all of that and let Bill love his way back into her life? Love has a way of clouding judgment, but indeed Katie's devotion has limits. She may love Bill with her whole heart, but she also loves stability, common sense, and not constantly wondering if her family is her biggest romantic competition or if Bill is going to mingle with more dangerous and crazed players. Still, he more show up with grand gestures, sincere justifications, if Bill wants another shot. He also needs to keep himself on the right track and start acting right. Bill hasn't had his head on straight for further than a hot nanosecond and he needs to get himself right. The verity is, Bill and Katie have a connection that refuses to die, no matter how important destruction Bill brings into their route. They've broken up, reunited, broken up again, and still find their way back to each other. Perhaps it's fate. Perhaps it's the gravitational pull of Bill's bad boy charm. Perhaps it's just the magic of day TV. But if the stars align, we might just see a Beatty reunion for the periods. Or, another dramatic bifurcation in 6 months. Either way, we'll be watching.